All right, we're good. Cool. Awesome. Welcome everybody to City of Daly City regular meeting, Recreation Commission for Tuesday, November 28th, 2023. For public participation, please fill out a speaker card located at the entrance to the council chambers and submit to a staff member as early in the meeting as possible. All right, to begin the call to order, we'll do pledge to the flag. All rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Awesome. Moving on to roll call.
Commissioner Couture,
Here.
Commissioner Miranda,
Here.
Commissioner Anoy, Vice Chair Luna,
Here.
Chair Ortiz.
Here. Awesome. And can I get a motion to approve the agenda for this week?
I motion to approve today's agenda.
And I second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, moving on to minutes. I motion to approve the minutes. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 All righty, moving on to public comment.
There is no public comment tonight.
Okay, we can move on to director's report. Denise?
Thank you very much. So this evening, we have 3 programs that are all near and dear to our hearts. One has kind of been coming into its own, and that'll be Jennifer Durr that'll be talking about the age-friendly strategic plan. So I'll turn it over to Jennifer Durr.
Good evening, Commissioner Ortiz and members of the Recreation Commission. I'm here to just kind of go over a timeline of age-friendly Daly City. Just want to capture. Do you guys know that we have been designated as an age-friendly city?
Yes.
Do you guys know the date? You can peek. No. So anyways, well, here's some flyers that our lovely recreation marketing created. But I just kind of wanted to go over a timeline. So in June 2019, we applied to join the AARP network of age-friendly states and communities and the World Health Organization Global Network of Age-Friendly Cities and Communities. We were part of a 3-city pilot program for age-friendly cities in San Mateo County. And we worked with San Mateo County to get our first application in to get designated as an age-friendly city. We worked with we had 5 focus groups at that time. We had the task force, we went to Lincoln Community Center, PBRC, we had the older adult parishioners, and Hillcrest Housing. We created an initial list of projects under the communication and information domain. So if you look at the chart where it says domains of livability, when they talk about being an age-friendly city, they're talking about supporting transportation, housing, social participation, respect and social inclusion, civic participation and employment, communication and information, community support and health services, and outdoor spaces and buildings. And at that time, our task force felt what we could do, that low-hanging fruit was communication, getting that information out there. How can we make Daly City more age-friendly? So with that, we submitted an application and we received the designation June 25th, 2020. Alongside of that year, Measure Q funding passed in November 3rd, 2020. And with Measure Q funding, the City Council appropriated $500,000 annually to recreation services, specific to active adult and seniors. And Recreation met. We first started out with, how can we best use this funding to support our seniors? And we came up with our first allocation was to create 2 full-time positions. They're known as senior services specialists, citywide positions to help throughout Daly City annually. And then we also thought to do a strategic planning process, which I'll go more about. But so money was geared towards getting a consultant to work with our recreation team on how to make Daly City age-friendly through recreation services first. And then we also put money towards the National Fitness Campaign to create 2 fitness courts. And so that's how we started to look at how to use that kind of funding. And then, so with this timeline, so we're going to move forward to, 2021, we hired the 2 senior specialists. And so they're going on 2 years this February. And then with that, the strategic planning process was 2022 and to 2023. We had 2 cohorts, and I'll go over it on the next slide, but 2 cohorts that worked together, that we worked with our recreation teams to come up with ways to reach our seniors and how to do better serve our seniors. And then, the fitness courts opened in October of 2023. But moving next, alongside of that, just citywide, AARP had an age-friendly survey that we thought, okay, let's put it out there for all of Daly City to have their input about how to make Daly City age-friendly. We're in kind of 2 things going on here. Recreation services specific to active adult senior services, and then we also have a citywide look at age-friendly Daly City. So the citywide age-friendly task force is working with the Center for Age-Friendly Excellence, also known as CAFE, on a citywide action plan. So this is happening now. We already had 3 focus groups, one with our citywide age-friendly task force, 2 others, one at Gellert Park Clubhouse, which is one of our newer congregate nutrition sites, and Bayshore Community Center, another one of our newest congregate sites. So focus groups there. We are going to have a town hall December 7th, so Thursday, December 7th, 6:30 to 8 o'clock here in the council chambers. But CAFE will be working to facilitate a town hall to have input from the city. And and then we also have our Recreation Translation Services team here to support that. And right now the languages we have are Tagalog, Chinese, and Spanish. Let's see if I know how to do this. Okay, so in terms of age-friendly excellence, what Recreation Services is committed to, so I already shared that we hired 2 senior services specialists in 2021. Well, as of open today, we have a 3rd full-time position open. It is open today through December 29th. You can find it on CalOps, FogNet, DailyCity.org, Indeed, Handshake, word of mouth. So hopefully we get the word out there that we're looking for that 3rd full-time position to be filled. Alongside that, we have just some things that Recreation Services has done. You guys are familiar with the fact that we added 2 more locations for our congregate nutrition lunch program. Dozier Senior Center, Lincoln, Bayshore, and Gellert. We are serving about 230 meals a day and about 57,500 meals a year. So that's all done at the Dozier Senior Center, or Cafe Dozier. And then we have people driving it out to the sites. With the hybrid strategic and operational planning process, there were 2 cohorts made up of recreation staff, supervisors, senior supervisors, coordinators, specialists. And with cohort 1, we started with looking at, we have 25,000 geared towards programming and program enhancements. So what we thought to do with that was we created a recreation survey from April through August 2022. We had these surveys made available at our facilities, and we were able to do 169 get 169 completed surveys. We also had it at the Back to Programs back in 2022 to get the letting the public know that recreation is back, live, not just by Zoom. And so we learned from the survey respondents that dance, fitness, exercise, and just a place to socialize was what they really wanted from our recreation centers. And we also realized that every center, each community wanted different things. Some wanted a cooking series. Some people just want to hang out, play ping pong. Some people just want to sit around and have coffee. So every center has their special niche. And some were just like open gym, pickleball, badminton. And so we started with, let's try to get some, we call them, it was MQ recreation classes. In spring, we called it workshops, just to get a taste, a feel of what kind of classes people wanted to participate in. And then from there, we learned that which ones were more popular. And then in the fall, we offered those. We did add a $10 charge for 10 classes. They're like an hour each. But the $10 was kind of a commitment, like, I value this program. I'm going to commit $10 to participate in it. Because sometimes when you offer it free, people sign up and they don't show up. So that was the reasoning behind $10. With cohort 2, so we learned from cohort 1 that how can we serve all of Daly City, and because every neighborhood has their different needs, wants, cohort 2 looked at from an equity lens to programming. And we worked on guiding principles such as accountability, what recreation services is accountable for, how we best use the funds that were allocated to us, educating to increase awareness. We have to continue to educate our community because a lot of people don't even realize we have these programs. So like Bayshore, now that it's open, some people have come by and like, oh my God, I didn't realize this facility was here. And Bayshore has been well kept. So, but the fact that people are like starting, and at first they didn't think people would actually go up the hill. They're seeing that people are coming, and I think we have like 35 people on average eating the lunch daily. Let's see, we also looked at combating isolation. So we also know that because people aren't aware of our programs, they're just at home. And so getting them out, like just to sit around and socialize, just to have some coffee. And people from the same neighborhoods are coming out to our centers and realizing that they know each other from somewhere else, or that they have, somehow the different connections. So bringing people together to socialize is huge need for our seniors. And then facility improvements, we're slowly looking at ways to improve our facilities. We've talked about like dance floors, mirrors to help with the classes. And then health needs, continuing to do health clinics and other kind of workshops. And then it takes a village. We realize all of recreation now has hands-on and active adult senior services. So I think every single employee in recreation for our full-time staff work with our active adult senior population. And then specific systems improvements, just continually to look at how we're running programs, how our structure is to better serve our community. And then we also restored Walkabout. That is a program that is a partnership with Seton and Ceremony Mall. It's offered on Fridays for now. This year was February through December. There's walking and fitness activities weekly, so you could choose to walk around. Recreation is committed to paying a facilitator to lead fitness activities there. So she does fitness and exercise. You can choose to walk. You can choose to do the exercise classes. And then every quarter, Seton comes to do a talk about. And I forgot to mention, I think monthly, they also do blood pressure screenings. Okay, and then we also have support with Second Harvest Food Bank. I forgot to mention, there's also grocery rescue and other programs, but with that, we have a food pantry at Dozier Senior Center that right now is currently serving 204 people or 105 households. And then, I mentioned this earlier, but the allocated funds from Measure Q also helped to pay for the National Fitness Campaign that opened on October 15th. And we're looking, right now, it's made available just for people to use, but we are looking into what would it look like if we had like a set time to have like an instructor out there to help teach people how to use the equipment. And then lastly, programming and program enhancements. So again, with the Measure Q workshops, in the spring, we had about 193 registrants. Right now, we're working on MQ classes continually, 10 classes per quarter is what we're, right now is our plan, but offering dance, art, exercise, fitness, and at our different community centers. Part-time staff hours have been allocated to help support active adult senior programming. We've also purchased new billiard and pool tables, and then ping pong / table tennis tables, board games, music and karaoke programs, and at our different recreation facilities. Well, the billiard and pool is at Dojer, but ping pong tables is all across the board. And War is not mentioned, they're not one of the congregate sites, but they also have ping pong. So at some point, maybe we'll have an active adult senior ping pong tournament that I keep suggesting, and maybe it'll happen one day. And then other things is annual turkey giveaway. War Memorial allocated some of the Measure Q funds to, so every year they've been doing a turkey giveaway in partnership with Safeway. They give us a discount on the turkeys. Oh, sorry. Lucky's. Thank you. And then we gave away 150 turkeys this year. And then they also gave us free pumpkins and soda to go with the turkeys. Volunteer socials, holiday events are also used with the Measure Q funding just to bring people together. And Daily coffee and tea is, some of our sites just really love that warm, welcoming feel with coffee and tea. And then lastly, we will continue to serve our active adults based on the recreation survey responses that we received, and then we'll continue to reach out. But just a side note, the citywide AARP survey received about 169 completed surveys because it was an online one. There was like 886 people that started it, but then they abandoned it because it was a long survey.
Yeah.
So I give props to our recreation team because we created a survey that was a little bit more friendly, got the information we wanted to know, and we received 180 completed surveys. So thank you, recreation team, and that is what we're doing to make Daly City age friendly. Okay, sorry. Any questions? It was only supposed to be like 5 minutes. I took up like. They have to deal with me in the office like this too.
So the Got Wheels for transportation information is on the website.
Yeah. So and Got Wheels, we are in conversation with them on how we can partner with them to provide that service. So Daly City, we learned, I think it was like 180 out of the 500 are Daly City participants already. And then there's a wait list of Daly City trying to get into the Got Wheels program. So we wanted to see how we can partner with them to provide more service to Daly City. So we are in communication with them, and I think we have a meeting tomorrow with our recreation team. But we did meet with the Got Wheels program. So we met with Cherie and I forgot his name. Yeah, her coworker, colleague. So
Thank
yes,
you.
that is on our radar as well.
Okay. Thanks.
Just had a question. You mentioned for the whole Daly City is age-friendly city. What programs? Because you mentioned in what was it at War Memorial? Is there no programs running for age?
So with War Memorial, they don't have a congregate lunch program, but they do have open gym, pickleball, badminton, ping pong, MJ or mahjong, MJ, and what else is there? Oh, a Measure Q classes, and then on weekends they also have a Vivify course that is primarily. Oh, and then there's the hula dancing, and so there's other programs.
For
Yeah.
sure, understood.
Yeah, but that one's it's a popular place for the open gym, badminton, and pickleball.
Cool. Awesome. And I definitely want to shout out because I'm driving by daily, like the Lincoln Park and in Westlake. I see the construction of the fitness center over there. It looks great. I'm excited for just all ages to use it, and it's cool to see because we see it in SF all the time, other cities, and I'm really happy to see it over here in ours. Any other questions, John?
Hi. So I'm curious, like, what were some of the findings from the recreation survey that you guys found, and what are you guys moving forward with from those findings?
Oh, so the findings were that they wanted to see more like dance, fitness, exercise classes. They enjoyed socialization. Some of the questions were like, when you go to a place, does it matter if it's like all in English or do you need translation services? The small percentage said they would like it in another language, but some of these activities can be done without having it done in another language. So that's what, like the dance, the fitness. And then some places that they just want to go, would you go to a center even if there wasn't any programming? And there was a high percentage that said yes, because they just want to socialize. Of course, a lot of people enjoy the congregate nutrition lunch program. So, and that's a huge part of that program is it's the congregation of people. And then we did ask about transportation. It was, some people said it's needed, a lot of people were able, the ones who were able, that answered the surveys, said they were able to get to where they needed to go.
And one more thing, I know that since the pandemic, slow rolling it out, is you guys took your time with it and it's been great. And you guys have been effective in terms of like implementing all the programs all over based off of the surveys you guys had. In terms of like, I guess getting the word out more about the facilities and the programming, what's been effective for you guys? And I guess with that, we could look what we could do on our end to kind of double down on that.
I think throughout my career here in Daly City, word of mouth is the strongest way to get the message out there. I mean, we have it on our Daly City website, recreation. The marketing team does a great job putting it out on social media, but then it's, for this age group, I think it's word of mouth tends to be the best. But we also realize reaching out to just families in general, because we're, getting the, if social media works to get to like the younger folks, like it could be the grandchildren, the parents who then, or you know what I mean, the children and the grandchildren, to then let their parents or grandparents know of programming that's out there.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the presentation and thank you for letting us know all the updates for our city.
Oh, you're welcome, thanks. Oh, am I supposed to do this? Blank. We're
So
passing the torch.
I'll introduce the torture. I mean, the torchie. So we're going from one side of the spectrum in the senior area all the way down to probably one of our youngest age group. And this program is near and dear to my heart because I was one of the individuals that started it back in fill in the blank time. And I'm very happy to introduce Brian Flowers, who's the Recreation Services Coordinator, who has kind of taken the Mini Hoops program to the next level. I watched him participate, and he really does a great job with the young participants. So I'm turning it over to Brian Flowers.
Thank you. So my name is Brian Flowers. One of my responsibilities as a Recreation Services Coordinator is to put on a great mini hoops for our first and second graders. For those of you who don't know much about mini hoops is also first and second graders. We lower the hoops to 8 feet. We use 27.5 basketballs. They're incredibly small for people with large hands. But it helps the kids with their dribbling, their shooting, just building confidence. This program is not able to run without volunteer help from the parents. A lot of the parents come and say, I don't know anything about basketball. Perfect time to learn. It's non-competitive. It's more boosting the kids' self-esteem, positive reinforcement, lots of laughs, lots of cheers. It's a great program. I'm very honored to be able to run it. So I have a little PowerPoint for you guys. These photos are all done by the amazing marketing team. So this is one of the first photos. This is one of the first weeks we had where all the kids are kind of just learning how to dribble a basketball. Some have their heads down, some have their heads up, some are in their own little world, but that's what makes this program great. So mini hoops. Mini hoops started September 8th, and it goes all the way to October 13th. That was the Friday sessions. There's 2 Friday sessions. There's a 5:30 to 6:30. Then I take a half an hour break because I gotta decompress. And then we go for another hour with another group of kids, and that is from 6:30 to 7:30. Both sessions this year where 28 kids was the first session, and then 29 kids for the later session. Saturday, there's also 2 sessions. It started a little earlier. There's a 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. This year, I believe we had also 28 filled up. And then half an hour break, come back and we sweep, clean the floor, and then we have one more session from 10:30 to 11:30. That's a harder session to fill just because the day's already going, there's ballet going on and different things going on throughout the city. We had about 23 kids signed up for that session, but to be honest with you, that was one of the funner groups. They were all great to be around, but that one, they were a little more attentive to what was going on, maybe because it was a smaller group. But yeah, it was great. We have, it was for 6 weeks, the sessions, and then it was for $83 for Daly City residents and $103 for non-residents, which is pretty reasonable for any basketball program going on throughout the city. This is a video the marketing team did. Do I just press the middle button for it to play? So yeah, that video was done by our marketing team. They do a wonderful job. I had a lot of volunteer help and I had a lot of part-time help. Coach G, Natalie, Sarah, Coach Lucky, Jessica Johnson, and I think that's it. But I'm probably missing somebody else. But all the coaches and all the part-time help really did a good job helping me out, so I really appreciate it. I'll go to the next slide. These are just more photos. That's Coach G up top on the right photo with the black shirt, hat backwards. If you do notice, all the kids have a basketball, so they're not waiting around for a basketball. Because if you guys have kids, when they don't have anything in their hands, they find something to do. All the kids are engaged. They're not waiting too much in line for shooting. Everything is going quick. Go to the next photo. This is our bounce passing on the left. On the right, this is the dribbling drill we did. We played a lot of red light, green light. I know it's kind of for younger kids, but it teaches them when you get to the red light, you need to come to a jump stop, hold the basketball rather than just stopping and traveling. And the yellow light taught them to dribble a little slower with their head up. The green light was just full speed, and it was just chaos, but it was good chaos. This is one of my favorite photos. What stands out in this photo to you guys, if you look at the kids? They're attentive. So right now I'm giving them directions of what we're doing next. And if you look at every kid's eyes, all the eyes are on me. So that's one of the sayings I say when I'm doing it. Like, all eyes on me. All the kids will stop and they'll look at me, and I'll wait for them. to have all eyes on me, so they're paying attention. But yeah, this photo that Chris Joe took is just one of the best photos I've seen because all the kids are just dialed in with their eyes. So yeah, it was a great photo. The photo on the left, this is little Bryce. This is our first day. Jeanette Ganame, who used to run mini hoops, I watched her do it, and I watched Dave Nakora. And they always called the kids' names out, kind of like in the Warriors game. They run out, you call their name out, parents are screaming, they're taking photos. And it was a great moment because, the kids felt special. So to me, it was a good moment. On the right, we're just doing our dribbling drills again. On the right is the new, I had the shirt, it's in my car, actually, I forgot to bring it so you guys could see it. But I kind of wanted to have a playoff, like a PE shirt, where the kids could write their names in the little ribbon. So the ribbon on the shirt's actually white, it's not blue. It's just blue in this slide. But try to save money, try to keep the floor nice and clean and not have name tags smashed all over the floor. So yeah, I'm very proud of this program. I think it's a great program. We don't have a lot of stuff for first and second graders. Our youth basketball leagues start to third all the way to eighth. So I hear a lot of when's the next one, when's the next one. And when I can find time to do it, I'll put on another one. But as of right now, it would be September of next year. Yeah? Any questions?
Yeah, where'd you get your hoodie? It's really cool.
Oh, this one? This is a Daly City Teens hoodie. And
Yeah,
so it
it's
has
super
all the
cool.
stuff in the back of all the different years, all the different shirts they've come out with. It's part of our Daly City Teens. Yeah. Thank you.
I just want to say y'all have done a great job because not only are they attentive, but especially that component of being special, each kid feeling special, that's why they're attentive because they feel like they're being seen, and I can see it in the photo. So I just want to say congratulations on such a beautiful program, and I believe this is where these students become that next great high school basketball player, and then that high school basketball player becomes the NBA player. Because I've seen that back when I was in high school. Aaron Gordon. I went to high school during that same time period with him. So I'm
Our
sure
committee, yeah.
very similar upbringing, programs like these. So I just want to say congratulations. This
Thank
is
you.
beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in, this is going to make or break the kid. They're either going to love basketball or they're going to hate basketball because their coach yelled at them and told them they're no good. To me, there was a girl that sticks out. I won't say her name, but the first week she just airballed everything. And I told her next week, just hit the net. Week 3, hit the rim. And I guarantee if you hit the rim, sooner or later the ball's going to roll over. And I think week 4, she swished it. And she was like the best thing in the world. And it was just, those are little moments that these kids are going to remember. And, I hope that kid that makes the NBA comes back and gives me 10% of his salary. Yeah. All right.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, thank you.
And it's so appropriate that our last presentation will be for all ages, right? Brian Sy is going to come up and talk to you about the aquatics program area. Brian is also a recreation services coordinator. Started when Brian Flowers started, and 2 other coordinators at the same time, and has really grown into this individual that is not just in the aquatics area. He does kind of a little bit of everything, and it's wonderful to watch these individuals grow into their own kind of niche. So come on up, Brian.
Hi, my name is Brian. I'm the Recreation Services Coordinator, just like Denise said. One of my responsibilities is Geomona Pool. It's located at Westmore High School. During the summer, we had a lot of programs of aquafit, lap swim, aqua camp, swim lessons, pool parties, recreation swim, and lifeguard course. So aquafit is for 16 years and above, no need for, actually, all those are going to come later. Let's see. Oh, so Aqua Camp, we only provide that during the summer. We have 25 participants for each of the week for 4 weeks, and we were fully registered for all of them. What they do is swim, have recreational swim, arts and craft, field trips, and exercise, play basketball, do stuff. Our current programs are Aquafit, lap swim, recreation swim, swim lessons, and pool parties. So you can see like there are less programming because the school has started and there's less space and less time for us to do so. So currently our Aquafit times are Monday and Wednesday, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. Saturdays, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock a.m. $6 for residents, $7.50 for non-residents. It is instructor-led in the water, up to 16 participants, and there is no swimming experience needed. Lap swim is Monday to Thursday, 6 o'clock to 7:30 a.m., 7:30 and 8:30 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock a.m. These would be 30-minute time slots. Individual, one swimmer per lane is $10 for residents and $13 for non-residents. For regular 2 swimmers per lane is $6 residents and $7.50 non-residents. They have to be at least 12 years old, and if they are a minor, they have to be accompanied by an adult. Swim lessons, we provide them on Monday, Wednesday, 5 o'clock to 7:30 p.m., Tuesday, Thursday, 5 o'clock to 7:30 p.m., Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m., Sunday, 9:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. These are 30-minute classes. Regular swim lessons, these are from 6 years old and above. Would be $80 for residents and $100 for non-residents. The ratio is 1 to 6. For the toddler classes, it would be $88 residents and $110 for non-residents. The ducklings is 3 to 5-year-olds with a ratio of 1 instructor to 4 children. And for sea turtles, I made a typo, so it should be 1 to 10. But I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, so the parent would be in the water with the children. So they would be from 6 months to 5 years old. And those are pictures of the kids taking swim lessons. So the next one is recreation swim. We have those on Saturdays and Sundays, 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Residents are $6, non-residents are $7.50. We currently allow up to 75 participants because we kept maxing out at 50 on Saturdays, so we pushed it up a little bit more. All ages under 13 years old must be accompanied by a parent. Pool parties are on Saturdays, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. There are up to 50 participants, and you'd have to call the main office at 650-991-8001 for more information. And currently, our next upcoming season is winter. The changes will be that Aquafit will only be on Saturday, 8 o'clock to 9 a.m. only. I'm not sure about Sunday yet, maybe. Lessons, Monday, Wednesday, and Tuesday, Thursday will change to 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. because Westmore High School swim team will be swimming beforehand. So, questions?
Just out of curiosity, have we ever done like a membership card or anything like that in the past? And I'm sure like you guys have done the math on it, but just curious.
We have done it. We have done it in the past. but since we moved over to individual registration, and it was a discounted rate, and they were getting about 350, 375 per visit, as opposed to the now regular fee. So when the pandemic hit, we went into doing individual registration, no cash handling, just everything registered online, and it just made things better, to be honest with you. And it's, now they can register online and pick which dates as opposed to waiting to come in. And
You mean for like classes and stuff like that, right?
even for lap swim and everything
Okay.
at the pool. So
Okay.
everything is online and they just go
So,
on the
and
system.
the membership card would just be like a supplement to the payment you would already do. You just have it at a discounted rate.
Well, we no longer doing the
Okay.
You know.
No, absolutely, for sure. Just out of
still
curiosity.
it still fills up regardless right now. So.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, are we good? I mean,
Yeah.
we good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
I just want to give a little tie up there. So you probably remember when we first started the pandemic, everything kind of shut down, obviously. And then as things opened up, the aquatics area was one of the first to open back up. And they did it in the most responsible way in bringing the community there, but making sure that everyone was safe. And then the senior area is the next kind of group that we kind of talked about. But, you know, accolades to both Brian Tsai, who was up here speaking, and then introducing you to Chris Mariano again, who's the Recreation Services Supervisor that oversees Brian Tsai in the Giamona Pool area. The two of them together making the aquatics area work and figuring out how best to serve in a way that's meaningful for the community, keeping everybody safe, doing things more online to kind of allow the community to pick and choose what their poison is, in a sense, was the best fit for the aquatics area. So accolades to the two of them, because they not only have to manage their side of the realm of the pool, but in partnership with Westmore High School, that's a shared location. So although we'd love to have the pool with us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we know that we have to acquiesce when the swim team, Westmore swim team, needs support. So it's a give and take, but they've done a really good job in making sure they're communicating with, you know, their counterparts to make it happen. And then Romeo Benson, I'm gonna do a shout out to him. He's sitting in the audience, and he oversees Brian and Chris in the aquatics area, among other things that he and Jennifer and all of these individuals that have come up and spoke today. They're not just, they're speaking of one program, but all of them do so much for recreation services. And I'm very proud of everything that they do, because they kind of boost up who we are and what we are to the community. And as you all know, when the pandemic hit and all of that happened, our lifeline is the community. And everyone that Jen spoke to it, every one of our full-time, every one of our part-time came together and started to create more and do different things, not the norm that we used to do. We're doing other things to make sure we're engaging with the community and finding out different opportunities with the community. So I can just see us keep going forward and keep getting stronger in what we're doing. And, you know, we just appreciate you guys supporting us through the process. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And so I am now going to turn the floor back over to you.
Thank you, thank you. All right, moving on to Commissioner's report. I have nothing to report this evening. I'll leave the floor open to anybody here. Other than that, I definitely want to piggyback off of what Denise said. Like, since the pandemic, it's been a slow roll, but a very efficient and like calculated entrance back to, you know, letting the community know these programs are available. You guys are welcome to come in, and then slowly roll and increase that capacity every quarter, every half of a year it increased, and now we're at full go. So big hand to the entire Park and Rec department. You guys have been holding it down, no matter what the obstacle is, whether it's a Zoom call, getting 100 to 500 people on a call, to getting everybody back into the doors. So again, appreciate every little effort you guys put in. But other than that, that concludes my report. We can move on to announcements and communications.
All right. So in a little over 2 weeks from this Saturday, we are hosting our Frosty Fest celebration, which brings in the holidays. It's going to be Saturday, December 16th from 6:30 to 8:30 at Westlake Park. We will be having a preview hour before 6:30 starts. It is free for the public, so essentially what Frosty Fest is. Well, let me show you this video and it'll kind of tell you what it is. All right, so that was a brief video of everything that we have. So as you saw, there was a lot going on. First off, our inflatables. So throughout Westlake Park, there would be various vignettes of different inflatables. I think David Zetzer has amassed quite a collection. I think over 150 inflatables in different vignettes, different themes. And those are going to be free for anyone that wants to come to Westlake Park on the 16th to enjoy with their families. We are also going to be offering free cocoa, cookies, visits from the Grinch. I think Santa. I'm not sure if Santa's going to make it, but hopefully he'll make it. But the Grinch will be there. On top of that, in the gym, there's going to be a level up experience. So for $5, it's open now. You can register on www.dalycity.org/iplay. For $5, you get that indoor activity and extras. You get a goodie bag. But again, the event is free for families. $5 if you'd like to get the little extra stuff. It is limited, so I would register now. Other than that, again, 6:30 to 8:30 is the official time. We'll have more information about when people can start coming by and checking out all the cool stuff we have.
And I just wanted to chime in real quick. Back in late September, the city council decided that the Department of Library and Recreation Services should unmerge. And so we are officially the Department of Recreation Services. So still doing what we're doing, library's still doing what they're doing. We're just doing it now under our own department. So community, if you want to call us Department of Library and Recreation, Department of Parks and Recreation, doesn't matter, we're still recreating. So thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Edgardo and Denise. Moving on, agenda building for next meeting. I have nothing to add. I think it's we don't have a meeting for next month, so I think we'll just start fresh for January and look forward to the new year of 2024. But other than that, I would like to adjourn this meeting for this evening. Can I get a motion to approve adjournment?
I'll motion.
Awesome, and I will second that. So meeting adjourned. Yeah.